A school resource officer in Tennessee Soulmates is accused of assaulting a student last week, and they are facing backlash, as they should. Deputy Tyler McCray was involved in a brutal arrest of 18-year-old Taurus Sledge. McCray was called to a gym class after Sledge told his teacher he wasn't feeling well and could not take part in class. Now, in the video, McCray can be seen pulling Sledge's hair and his backpack in an attempt to arrest that student. McCray can also be seen pepper spraying the teen. Sledge was charged with disorderly conduct and assaulting, as well as resisting arrest. After the incident, the high school led a peaceful protest on the football field demanding justice. Now, the officer involved has a history of accusations and lawsuits against him. And this is why I don't understand why police officers, peace officers, whatever kind of officers, sheriffs are allowed after one incident. And this goes back to Mimi. You saying black people, black women needed to be listened on to. People need to believe us,
Without
the
video.
very first time, right? So the video came out. Yes, we are able to see it, but this particular officer has a history of this same type of behavior. So one person, two people have already said that this is what is going on to me. Why is that not enough to either get him out of the school? He needs to just be gone. Like, he doesn't need to be there anymore. What if this went further than it did right here? Luckily, the student is okay. But what if the next time another black student is not so lucky?
But let's talk about how this young man simply did not want to play kickball.
Yeah.
That's it. He didn't want to play kickball. He would rather play basketball. That's it. That's what this is all about. There are other things that you should do to discipline someone if that's what it calls for versus calling in a police officer. What about detention? What happened to calling a parent? What happened to, just sitting out or getting a bad grade for the day? Why are we jumping to calling a police officer in to attack a child? Why was that literally the first and only step taken in this situation?
Definitely a sad situation, and you think about this, we talk about background checks and things of that nature. You have to be very thorough when it comes to this, when it comes to protecting your kids at school. It's a gym class, so if it was all about kickball, why were basketballs even available? You could have had those put away. That would alleviate the problem from jump. Here's a young man that was still being active in class. He didn't skip class. He wasn't running around doing crazy things, interrupting the classroom. He simply wanted to play another sport, and as a result, he has to get dragged by his hair. So mentally, what does that do to him going back to school? He's embarrassed, right? Yeah. He's angry. His trust level has gone down when it comes to teachers and officers on that level. So a lot to this situation. We'll see what happens on the end. But the fact that this police officer had a pass and still was allowed in, who did he know? That's my question. Maybe he knew someone to get the job. Yeah.
I mean, it's just looking at that video. It is so unfortunate that
way too much for that.
Right, and I know that his father came. I saw a video off to the side where he called his dad, and his dad showed up as soon as he could because he was also pepper sprayed. And so there's this video of his dad actually in the bathroom. That's him on the phone with his father. The dad shows up. They go in the bathroom together and they wash their face off. He helps him wash his face off from the pepper spray. I mean, it's like, and then the officer, when he's down on the ground and he's like not moving, the officer's like, there's more where that came from. I mean, right there, he's like, there's more where that came from. That's what he's saying. I mean, it is just sad. I just have no words for the fact that this continues to happen to our children in school. Yeah. We're not even talking about out on the street. This is in school where you think your children are safe.
In class where he was supposed to be.
In class where he was supposed to be.
And thank God that whoever was able to get the videos, like even the video, it looks like the phone fell on the ground.
Yeah,
and
that's what the officer was wearing. But
yeah, but okay, great. But I mean, even just the footage, just being able to see exactly. Right. Thank you for that, Romeo. I wasn't sure whose footage that was, but being able to see exactly what happened here, man, I would even be afraid. I wouldn't even want to go back to school, honestly, after this.
But I'll say this real quick. Even as an officer knows that he has his body cam on, he still wants to act that way?
Because he's gotten away with it so many times.
Absolutely.
We said that he is under suspicion or there's been so many complaints before. And when you don't get caught, what happens? You get bolder and bolder.
That's true.
So that's what we're seeing.